Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I'm your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Aries in the month of March 2019. What's going on, Aries? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everything in your life is going fabulously. Alright, guys. Shuffled off camera. That's your main spread there. What I'm going to do now is shuffle for your outcome and your overall energy. Ooh, look at that. You have a nice little turnover there. Hangman. That might mean something for somebody out there, the Hangman card. And I'm actually holding it in reverse, right? Yeah. So, Hangman in reverse. Maybe some of you are coming out of the stasis period. Maybe some of you are kind of waking yourselves up from something. I don't know. Anyway, so I will shuffle for your outcome now and your overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. You can look in the box for the, in the description box below. There will be a timestamp down there for you if you want to jump ahead. And also down there is the information that you need if you want to get a reading with me. Readings are $25. You just follow the step-by-step process, and I will definitely 100% on time deliver the readings to you, okay? And if you have any questions, you can also use the email address down below as well if you just have a question before you actually purchase a reading, okay? All right, Aries, let's get it. Let's get your outcome for March 2019. Outcome March 2019 for Aries, please. Wow. Okay. Yes. That's interesting. That came quick, like bang. Overall comes from the bottom of the deck. What I'll do now is I'll flip the remainder of your cards and we'll see what's shaking, okay? Wow. Coming out, yeah, for sure. Feels like some transformation a little bit, maybe. Let's find out. All right. Please show me Aries in March 2019. Please show me where Aries is in March 2019. Please show me. Here. Is that right? Okay, thank you. All right, Aries, coming into March, you come in as the King of Cups. If you're wondering, this is the Happy Tarot deck. Oh, well, you're feeling good. Well, I shouldn't, okay. They quickly are like, I think you're wanting to feel good. You're wanting to feel a lot more effusive and emotional and tender than you have been recently. This could be someone who's a focus on you, or a focus for you, I should say. Water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But again, if it's someone external to you, they don't have to be that sign, but those are just the water signs. But there's like a tenderness here, right? There's like, the King of Cups has compassion. He's emotional, but he doesn't like scream it from the rooftops. He doesn't, his emotions don't own him. He's very much in control of his emotions. He's very much in control of who he is and what he feels. And I'm saying he simply because it's a king. If you're a female and you're watching this can apply to you. So please don't get hung up on pronouns around here, okay? But feeling emotionally secure, feeling emotionally set or grounded. Like, this isn't topsy-turvy energy from an emotional standpoint. This is having ownership of what you feel and having understanding about why you feel whatever you're feeling. So there's a lot of ownership here. There's a lot of self-control or self-contained energy here. And I'm feeling like this is sort of like, I want to say it feels like a protection. Could be self-protection. Could be a response to something like, okay, thank you. So this could be a reaction for some of you. Like, your reaction is to give yourself love, to give yourself tenderness and affection. Like, I feel like this is self-care, this is self-love for many of you. And it's a bright spot, meaning I feel you have a lot of power here. I feel that you have a lot of energy, or attention is being paid to your emotional center right now, Aries, your emotional core. If this is a person who's external to you, They could be very doting on you, or you're very doting on them. There is like this viable, very strong emotional connection between you. There could be an attraction between you if this is like a romantic connection. But there is sort of like this easy highway, or this easy exchange of energy between you and another person if this is external. For some of you, this is not external. This is you. And if for the person, for those of you who are dealing with someone else, they're different, you know, and there's a lot of chaos around them. But they're still like this bright spot. They're still like in this kind of not joyful, but optimistic point of perspective or standpoint. So despite whatever clouds there are around this person or around the situation or around the relationship, there is still this resilience somewhere with you, with them, with the both of you. I don't know. But despite what's going on, there is this internal feeling of contentment or not dwelling on or not being daunted by the trials and the tribulations. You know what I mean? Like pushing through, like there's a push through with this person. I like it. If it's an external person, I like that. If it's you yourself, Aries, I like that. Because I feel, like I said, didn't I say like it's reactionary, or you're having a response to something, or what did I just say? The clouds or whatever. It's just like, that's a good anchor for you, I feel. Because there is some tumultuous energy around you. Or around the person, if it's not you specifically. Right? I think you've been doing a lot. Like, a lot has been happening externally to you, and it's really taking a toll, or has taken a toll. Maybe it's not anymore. Maybe like you're, like, remember when I did the pre-shuffle and the hangman like flipped out and it was in the reverse, and I felt there was like an awakening or some type of pulling yourself out of stasis, sort of is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like that's connected with that King of Cups there. And what you're pulling yourself out from is this very this and this together. My God. Here, right? Yes. So deep disappointment, 10 of Swords, right beneath your starting position. Feeling betrayed, feeling stabbed in the back, feeling exhausted mentally, feeling exhausted in terms of possibly relationships or arguments and disagreements with people. Having gone through the wars and you're wearing scars to prove it. You know what I mean? One of the things I always say about this card is, 10 swords in the back is excessive. To stab someone in the back, literally, once is probably enough to do considerable damage. To put 5 swords in someone's back, they're pretty much dead. So 10 swords in the back is overkill. So there's this exhaustive energy that you're combating, or that has been around you recently, Aries, just like so exhausted, so tired, so like through with some argument, with some relationship, with some circumstance, with a certain perspective that you were holding, or certain responsibilities that you had. And the 10 is a culmination points. When we go into the tarot, 10 are culmination points. It's like we're reaching the brink or we're reaching the end of the line, right? So this 10 of Swords energy, whatever it represents to you, it is a general reading, so I'm not getting anything super specific. But whatever you're reaching the termination point of, it's been a long road for you. It's not been easy to deal with it. The person, the relationship, the job, the money, troubles, something going on with you personally, within your internal space. And I think, Aries, you're not one to dwell on things. You're not one to sit here and like ruminate about why this happened, or, really go down memory lane, so to speak, and really replay a lot of the scenarios or the situations at hand. You just kind of are one to accept things and then move on to the next. You're not someone who spends too much time thinking about the past. So while I feel that this energy is significant, and I feel that it's still, for many of you, still kind of part of your everyday life, or it still like pops into your head throughout the day. It's not the focus of your day. It's not the focus of your energy. I do feel your energy is focused elsewhere on the board, and these two swords cards are definitely in your peripheral. They're definitely in your recent past or your recent experiences. And aside from feeling exhausted, I feel exhausted. I feel very tired. Like just holding this and talking about it. I feel so over it. But other than that, I'm also getting like agitated. So because it's still sticking around, because this person, this situation, the memory in some cases, because it still exists, you're kind of like you're really frustrated with it. You're agitated by it. It offends some of you. It really, you're just like not pleased to be hearing me talk about it, or even having to be reminded that this thing happened. I feel, and that's the other thing I'm feeling, it's a lot of times when we get the Ten of Swords or other damning cards like that, a lot of times it feels like this huge like thing has rocked our world. But this is a minor arcana. It's not like the Tower card or anything like that. It's not like the Devil card, which, you know, isn't always negative. The Devil card does have some positive aspects to it. The fact that it's a 10, a culmination, getting ready to be done with something, and because it's a minor arcana, I feel that the impact in the totality of the thing is not that much. Like, of recent time, so the past few weeks, past few months, maybe for some of you. I'm not going to say more than, you know, I'm not going to say this has been like years long for many of you. I'm going to say this is probably weeks and months, whatever this Ten of Swords represents to you. Having to go through it has been a pain, but how can I put this? Like, you're annoyed that you had to go through it. You know, you'd rather have skipped this headache. You rather would have skipped this burden, this betrayal, this heartbreak, whatever it is for you. You would have rather have skipped it. But because you had to go through it, now you're just ready to get it over with. Does that make sense? Like, I didn't want to do this at all, but now that I've done it, let's hurry up and finish it, is kind of what I'm feeling, okay? And part of that is because you've made up your mind about something. Like, if there's still a decision to be made, or there's still some question about a decision that has been made, you Aries are like, oh no, I made my decision. I meant what I said, or I did this, so that means that's over. You know, so the fact that it's lingering, I'm also feeling isn't down to you. I feel that it's another person or other people or the circumstance around you is making it linger. And that's where the frustration comes in. That's where the annoyance comes in. It's like, I'm finished. I am ready to be done with this. It's you, it's them, it's whoever, it's this that keeps this shit coming back into my life. And I prefer to leave it alone, is kind of what I'm feeling, okay? Partnering with that, right? Yeah, these are together, absolutely, is the Seven of Swords energy. So, or excuse me, not Seven of Swords, I'm sorry, Five of Swords, my bad, I'm sorry. That's almost the seven. Five of Swords, my bad. So what did I just talk about? There's a tension, there's a contention going on between, or there has been, for some of you, it's still going on, but for many of you, this is like, from your perspective, done and dusted. You're like, this is over. We talked about it, or I said this and they said that. I made this move, they made that move, and now we're done. For many of your perspectives, it's over. But from someone else, this thing is still going around. This thing is still active. And you're like, no, it's not. So there's a disagreement, right? Fives are points of contention. Fives are points of stress, right? They're challenges. And in the Five of Swords particularly, what we're seeing is a disagreement between at least three people, but sometimes it's usually just two people. But there's a disagreement between two or more people where one person is holding on to the BS, right? This person in the foreground holding the swords, and the other two swords that have been dropped are nearby. It's like they own all the BS. They own all of the drama. So someone is, whether they know it or not, they are rehashing drama. They are reliving drama. They are holding on to petty arguments. They're holding on to their opinion, their perspective, and they're just like clutching onto it for dear life, and they're not letting it go for the sake of an argument, for the sake of proving a point, for the sake of they're overly dramatic, or they're someone who likes to cause a fight, likes to cause a ruckus, something like that. And for this person, whoever's holding on to it, it's a general reading. It could be you, Aries, but I don't think it's going to be many of you. I think it's mostly another person. Whoever this is, they feel correct, and there's not much you can do about it, whether you want to or not. You know, that's your decision to make. But I feel the holding on to, it's like a mechanism. It's like a regular thing with this person. It's a regular part of their personality, is that they want to control the argument or the conversation. They want to seem as though they're the smartest. They want to seem as though they're the most informed, or that they have the best point to make, or their point is the only point that's valid, something like that. And you or another person are just like, okay, fine, whatever. I don't care. I'm done with this. And I'm walking away. There's two people in the background there on that hillside who are walking away from this person. So there's this stepping away that you want to do, Aries. And it's just, this person just keeps coming back around with the same old crap. And it's just like, leave me alone, sir or madam. Just stop that. I feel annoyed that this person doesn't get it, and they won't let it go. So these two together, your Five of Swords and your Ten of Swords, are like the challenges here. They surround you in your starting position, but to counter sort of what's partnering with your King of Cups energy is your Emperor energy, which is your own. And that's why I'm feeling like, as much as it's a part of your life, it's still residually there in your peripheral. For the most part, throughout your day, throughout the circumstance at hand, you're okay. It's only when this person comes around that it's a problem. It's only when someone mentions the situation at hand that you start to feel, you know, that pinch in your back that reminds you, oh yeah, that person set me up and they, you know, they made me the fall guy here, or they blamed me for this, or they argued with me about this. Like, it's only ever so often that you're reminded, because the core of you is this hopefully balanced. It's not guaranteed that the King of Cups is balanced, but hopefully balanced perspective from an emotional standpoint. And then your own fiery Emperor energy is also partnered there with him. And the Emperor, that's your card, Aries, your card in the Major Arcana, right? So dominion, total dominion, ownership, leadership, just being the captain of your own vessel. That is what you are. That is who you are. That is how you are behaving. And if it's not how you're behaving, it's how you want to behave, or it's where you're kind of putting your emphasis, putting your focus is on this Emperor energy. Okay. Now, the thing about that is, Aries, is you can run into I shouldn't say that. It's not running into, it's because it's so strong, it might cause a little bit of a kerfuffle with other people, especially this petty Betty up here, who wants to keep circling back around to the same argument and talk about the same subject over and over and over again, where the Emperor, he's a decision maker, he or she. You don't have to be a male Aries for this. Again, please don't hang on to pronouns. It just applies to whoever. But this is a decisive energy. This is an energy that says, I have said what I said, I meant what I said, and I'm sticking to it. Like, you know, this isn't the, this isn't, you know, what's that, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game show, where it's like, is that your final answer? The Emperor will always lock in. B, my final answer. A, my final answer. D, my final answer. Like, he will never phone a friend. He will never poll the audience. He's just going to go with what he believes, for good or for worse, for benefit or for failure. Okay? So there is that danger of, when you stick to your guns so much, Aries, this is just a general aside on what the on when you adhere to the Emperor energy, quote unquote, too much, is that you can become overbearing, you can become sort of dogmatic, and you can sort of take away from other people's agency, or undermine other people's input. But that's sort of what the Emperor is known for. I lead and I do well by my people, my kingdom, because I know what's best. And so there is sort of like this grand level of confidence, or this grand presentation of being so well informed that there's no chance I could fail. But in reality, that is always a chance that you can fail. And I don't know why I have to tell you this aside, because I don't feel that many of you are just so far into this energy that you would risk being dogmatic. You would risk being a tyrant. I don't think many of you are like that, because again, what's partnering with you, or excuse me, what's partnering with this Emperor energy is that starting position of the King of Cups. So there is a softer, more aware or open energy, because the King of Cups is more open than the Emperor by far. More open emotionally, more open with his compassion, more open with his listening. Like the Emperor is not known to be a listener. He's known to be a talker and a doer. He's not a passive energy. The King of Cups is a little bit more passive. So I think that you're trying your best to blend those energies together. You want to be compassionate. You want to hear other people's side of the argument. You're not wanting to completely tell Petty Betty where to stick it and to, go somewhere. But at the same time, you're not going to let this person steamroll you, and you're not going to let this person think that they have the upper hand. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So there's like this crosswire energy, or like crossfire thing going on. There's like a lot of potentially hurtful energy with these swords, and then you're like combating it as best you know how. You're getting back into your own innate personality, but still not being so like iron fist about it. Okay? Now, these other two, what's going on here? Partnership, maybe? That could be. Is that it? Like, I feel, looking at this, King of Pentacles. Did I? Yeah. For a second, I was like... Yes, the King of Pentacles. Thank you. How do I want to think of this? Like, they want me to talk about partnership. But what kind of partner? With this person? Security. Okay. So what I'm getting is like the King of Pentacles as an external person. For many of you, this could be. This person is like some type of safe harbor for you, and they want me to keep emphasizing partnership. And that can go any kind of way, right? Romantic, business, friendship, family, someone that you can confide in is what I feel. Like safe harbor, like this person, not the Emperor needs protection. I don't feel like it's safe as in hide me, help me. I don't feel it's that way. I feel it's like safe harbor as in just to offload, just to, let some steam off. It could just be a friendship, partnership like that. This person is external to you, and they are obviously fine. They're a wonderful, self-sustained person, right? And I'm getting like an exchange, like a talk. Like, let's just have dinner. Let's have coffee. Let's Skype call each other. Let's talk. Is what I'm feeling. Talk. And that could be kind of helping you lessen how tyrannical the Emperor can be, especially if you feel fired up, especially if you feel annoyed or attacked or somehow burdened by other people's BS, that would definitely get the Emperor geared up. Like, look, stop talking to me about this. I don't want to argue with you anymore, blah, blah, blah. But we keep having this argument again and again and again. Nothing would drive an Aries crazier than having to rehash the same topic over and over again. I've seen it firsthand. An Aries will not want to come back to a conversation more than twice. Like 3 times, and then after that, it's over. So there's this idea of cycling back with one person or one subject or a group of people and it not being resolved, even though you feel, Aries, it is resolved. You're gonna blow up. And to avoid blowing up, this partnership, they keep wanting me to talk about partnership. Maybe some of you actually, like, this is a business partnership. And maybe some of you, like, you know, like it feels convoluted. It feels like close to home. So maybe you have a business partnership with 3 or more people. And maybe this is one of the partners who not necessarily is on your side, but is the more level-headed one, is the one that is really kind of able to be objective, okay? And maybe you're trying to talk to this person, not to get them on side, but just to like air out your grievances, you know? Or maybe this is a former partnership or former partner, like someone you knew in a previous business or when you were in college, something like that. And this person, I feel, is like, they're not guiding you. They're not giving you advice. They're really just listening to you, Aries. This person is sitting here waiting for you to talk, waiting for you to explain your side or to kind of be a sounding board for you. There might be something revealed in these conversations. I don't feel that this person will talk much back to you. If they do, what they say is very snippet. It's like condensed. They're not going to talk forever. You're doing a lot of talking. What they say to you might offer you an opportunity. Ace of Pentacles. Might offer you a new perspective on something or a new line of insight. They might, Ace of Pentacles right below them. Are they the offer? Are they the new opportunity? Maybe you have had a former partnership with someone else and you're like, this is not going anywhere. This has become too much of a headache. I can't, we're not going to be able to make this business work. We're not going to be able to make this relationship work. And you're ready to be out of it. And so you go to someone else with a new proposal. Can we make this business work? Can we start this project together? Can we write this thing? Can we have a relationship? Can we start dating? Whatever. And there's this idea of going to the King of Pentacles and sort of being like, hey, do you want to be in partnership with me? Or do you think that you and I could make beautiful music together? Whatever you're proposing or whatever you are hoping to start up with this person. And I feel many of you will get a yes. You'll get some sign, if it's not an absolute yes, you'll get some indication that the prospects are probably promising with this King of Pentacles person. And the reason I'm less cautious to go, yes, 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 because Pentacles are slow, right? So you might, as a fire sign, you would probably want that yes like today. Like, okay, I made this offer on Tuesday. Let me know by 6 o'clock tonight, Tuesday, that you're in. And this person might take a week or two or however long to actually give you the affirmative, okay? So there is this potential to have something with the King of Pentacles. But I'm not sure that it will start or be available when you want it. There's a lot of motion away from, like, this is, I feel very stagnant, these 2 swords energies. I feel they're like placeholders, like, what do you call these things? Like stakes. They're like stakes, like stuck in the ground, like choom. Like these swords are being lodged into the ground and they're not really moving. This air energy, these swords energies want to circle around like in a tornado or in like a cyclone, and it just goes around in a circle. It's not stopping. And you're like, this is a headache. I want out of this. So you're having this progression away from this towards this Pentacles energy, which is, like I said, it's a slow energy in itself, represented by the earth signs, right? So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Not to say those people are significant, but just to tell you what the signs are. So I think you're going to get away from the cyclone BS that's going on over there. But whatever you're getting towards, whatever you're moving towards, Aries, it's not going to be like, off like fireworks. It's not going to be like, shoom, out of the gate. It's not going to jump off as quickly as you want it to. So be aware of that. The prospects are positive. I feel that going towards this person, going towards this opportunity, being open to it, or them being open to your offer, whatever it is, I feel that it's beneficial. I feel that it's like, there's really like, the challenge would be coming from the Five of Swords, possibly, but I think I mentioned earlier, or maybe I didn't, I don't know. The fives are challenges, but the fives are surmountable. They're quick. Like, they last, but they're really, like, petty. Like, they're nothing. They really don't have a long-term impact. They're annoying, like, in the summertime when you get, like, maybe, like, flies in your house. It's like, as long as it's not, like, a swarm, like, a few flies in your house is just an annoyance. It's not like you're inundated and you have an infestation in your home. So it's, like, livable. You can deal with those, like, few flies buzzing around your house. Okay, no big deal. Eventually, they will die. Eventually, I'm going to get a fly swatter and, smush them. And it's no big deal. So that's what the Five of Swords is. It's a pest. It's pest energy. And so that's the interference. But the King plus the Ace of Pentacles and your Emperor plus the King of Cups totally annihilates that Five of Swords energy. So as daunting, not even daunting, as annoying and frustrating and infuriating as that Five of Swords person and energy can be, it's not going to last forever. Wonderful. I like that. Your outcome for March, Aries. You've got the Knight of Wands. So your own energy, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But again, it's fast. You're ready. That's all this is. You're ready. Whatever you're getting into, whatever you're putting the brakes on, and you're finishing up, you're tying up loose ends, whatever you're moving towards or moving away from, you are ready to go. The issue with it is I'm not sure that the other people are ready. I'm not sure that the timing is as gung-ho as you are. So I think it's a matter they're showing me like a basketball game or any type of sports game. Put me in, coach, put me in. It's like being on the sideline, having your uniform on, having all the gear on. You're ready to jump in and make a game-saving play. You're ready to score the touchdown. You're ready to dunk on these fools, whatever. But you're not in the game yet. So hold tight is what I'm getting. Like, you see the knight, he's holding onto those reins, ready to kick off whenever. Like, that's you. So hold tight to this energy. Don't let it overpower you, is also what they're telling me. Don't let it overpower you. Don't get too ahead of yourself. Don't put all your energy out there. Save some. Reserve it. Utilize it smartly, this energy, okay? Don't rush. Even though you can, even though you want to, don't rush. Your overall for the month of March, nice. Two of Cups. So that's nice. I haven't mentioned love exclusively because this is, again, it's a general reading and I'm feeling it coming from different angles. So I wasn't getting anything super strongly. But for those of you where there is this aspect of romance, there is this aspect of dating and love and affection and all that good stuff, Two of Cups would indicate some type of soulmate connection. And I don't throw that word around easily on my channel, because not all soulmates are romantic, but in this case, I feel for some of you, not all of you who are experiencing the romance angle, but for some of you in that collection of people, some of you, we're talking soulmate energy, okay? We're talking about having this innate, look how playful these two kids are, right? Just this innate beautiful, playful energy between the two of you, right? So there is this, I'm feeling like coy, flirty, like childlike, like new. It's new and exciting, and it's wonderful. But there's a caveat here. There's a caution here. Because again, I'm drawn back to your main spread where this is slow and this is still kind of running in the background. So there's this introduction, or there's this arrival of something new or someone new, and feeling revitalized or feeling refreshed, feeling, like I said, childlike again, but you can't just dive straight into it. There is a pause button here, or there is like a tapering, or a needing to, not even needing to, I think it's just going to happen. It's not going to burst right out of the gate. There is a controlled excitement here. There's a cap on it. It can only go so far for now. Look for things to develop in the future. Now, for those where this isn't romantic and it's not really necessarily dealing with soulmates, it is still dealing with this energy of feeling sort of at home, relaxed, feeling like copacetic, like you've met your match in terms of business, in terms of friendship, in terms of your own internal space. If this is an internal journey for some of you, you're getting back to feeling at peace with yourself, at peace with your friends or your family or your business partners or people that you work with. If this is just a coworker situation, whatever, there's happiness to be had. But again, you would be cautioned to taper not how excited you are, but how much you expect. Okay? So, like I said, if you make plans on Tuesday, or you set a proposal out to someone on Tuesday, let's get drinks, let's start this project, let's commit to this deadline, or let's, do whatever. In that same day, you're expecting a yes or a no, and for someone else, they're just like, oh, I'll get back to you, or let me think about it. And that initial slowness can feel like a rejection. I would caution you to not take it that way. And I know that would be hard to do, fellow fire sign. I get it. When you made up your mind, you want everybody else to make up their mind like that same time. And it's a hard lesson for many fire signs to learn, is like, our time is not everybody else's time. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. Your time frame is like, boom, ready. I made up my mind. I'm resolute. Assuredness about my energy. And other people, not that they're less assured, but their time is different. Their time framing is different. And that's it. Okay? All right, Aries, that is your reading for March. I hope you liked it. If you did, there is a like button down below. You go ahead and hit that, and that lets me know, that lets YouTube know you had a good time here. Also down there is the subscribe button. Please subscribe if you're a returning viewer or a new viewer, or whatever your situation is. If you want to subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing. You can also leave comments down below. I would love to read those. And of course, share this video across your social media platforms if you think that what I've said here today is something other people need to hear. That would be amazing. I would appreciate it ever so much. And I will be back in 3 to 4 weeks when I bring you your April reading. Oh, and at the end of this month, at the end of March, I will have a birthday reading for you guys, since some of you Aries celebrate in March. So you guys have that to look forward to. And I will see you guys then, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.